I am not teaching, I am publicly learning. But hi and welcome to Learning for the Life in the UK test, part 503, while doing a leg injury prevention training. And if you participate in the leg injury prevention training, that's the Japansk. In this video, we try to prepare our video about the Second World War. So we're going to talk about the Second World War in this video. Okay, we're going to start with what? That's personal. In 1933, in Germany, Adolf Hitler came to power, or became the leader of the REG. This is what the second word is, so he built up the military strength. He built up Germany's military strength, built Germany's army, and also Navy. And in 1939, he invaded Poland together with the Soviet Union. There were two main parties, the Axis powers and the Allies. The Axis, Germany, Italy, and the Empire of Japan, and the Allies with the United Kingdom at the beginning, United Kingdom, France, Australia and Canada, Union of South Africa, Australia and Canada. Hitler also occupied Austria and the Czechoslovakia, and Poland, then Belgium and the Netherlands. In the 1940s, they defeated the Allied forces in France and marched through France. The British and French troops became trapped on the beach of Dunkirk and were then saved by small Planet fishing boats to Britain, giving birth to the phrase, or giving rise to the phrase, the Dunkirk spirit. From June to June 40 to 41, Britain was almost alone fighting Germany. When Germany, in June 1941, invaded the Soviet Union, and now also the Soviet Union was fighting Germany. In the summer of 1940, so during the time when Britain was mostly alone, there happened the Battle of Britain, the Royal Air Force with the Spitfires and Hurricanes against the German attacking planes. The bombing at night time is called the Blitz. I heard since we spoke the last time 5-6 videos ago about the Blitz, someone using the phrase multiple times when talking about this event. I still don't really understand why it's called the Blitz, but it is called the Blitz. And for example, Coventry and the east end of London are destroyed. So the Blitz is called the bombing of London and other British cities. And putting together while facing adversity or hardship is what had given rise to the phrase, but it's hard to express in one sentence. Despite the destruction, there was a strong national spirit of resistance in the UK. The phrase, the Blitz spirit, is still used today to describe Britain's putting together in the face of adversity. I would like to explain that, or say that sentence in a human way. Then there was Winston Churchill, 1940. He was a Conservative MP, 1940 Prime Minister. And he was an inspirational figure or an inspirational leader to the British people. To the British people. Certainly a leader to the British people. And he made some speeches. I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears and sweat. After, when he became Prime Minister to the House of Commons, after the evacuation, we shall fight on the beach, we shall fight on the landing grounds, we shall fight in the fields and in the streets, we shall fight in the hills, we shall never surrender. And then during the Battle of Britain he said, when the field of human conflict was so much up by summoning to serve you. The British military was not only fighting, were also fighting in the Pacific, where Japan had attacked. In Singapore, Burma, but also Australia and China, and threatened India. When Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, December 41. So Battle of Britain 41, Soviet Union June 41, and Pearl Harbor December 41. Germany had heavy losses in the Soviet Union, and the Allied forces, now together with the help of the Americans and the Soviet Union, were able to make victories in Northern Africa and Italy. On the 6th June 44, the D-Day, the Allied forces landed in the Normandy. The Allied forces passed on through France and eventually into Germany, and completely defeated Germany, which after that then surrendered. Then there were scientists led by Ernest, it was not Ernest, it's Ernest, not Ernst, Ernest, a longer name, Ernest Rutherford, in Manchester and Cambridge University, who worked on splitting the atom, and that was an important step to make then in the Manhattan Project in the United States the atom bomb, which were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki and forced the Japanese Empire to surrender, with which the Second World War was over. Okay, we don't have time left for the video now. We're going to do another leg injury prevention training. If you're here for looking how I try to say it all the way through without the book, then you can go directly to the next part. Here we're going to do now the leg injury prevention training. If you participate in that, is a risk. I'm doing the greeting muscle. Leg up, pointed foot, bring it up and down, up, and down, up, and down. And now with the other foot. Flex foot, extended, flexed, up, and down, up, and down. Next exercise, the trunk igniter, legs are standing wide apart. We're breathing in and going down. And out. Again in. Out. Again in. And out. Last one, breathe in. And out. Breathe in and close the legs. And out. To the first exercise. Have a good standing leg. The other leg is with the flex foot in the air, and we swing your foot to the side and in front. Okay, I'm curious about this expression. The Allies comprehensively defeated. Comprehensively. The Allies comprehensively defeated. And here, the German loss in the Soviet Union, combined with the support of the Americans, meant that the Allies were eventually strong enough to attack Hitler's forces in Western Europe. Combined with the support, and here, the Allies comprehensively defeated Germany. Just linguistic. And we're changing the leg. We have a leg to the side. Okay, the key dates. 39 will begin. In 40, marching for France, and then the evacuation of Dunkirk. From June 40 until June 41, Britain alone. So, attack on the Soviet Union was June 41. December 41, Pearl Harbor, and 6th June 44, D-Day. August 45 was when Japan defeated. And the next exercise, again good standing leg, we bring the other leg with a flexed foot in front and back, and in front and back. Okay, we have to explain a little bit to that Hitler came to power, and he built military out, then and attacked them. There were two groups, so we have to then explain what the basics of the war. Australia and Czechoslovakia, Poland, changing the leg. When we're having an attack on France and the fall of France, or most of France, and the evacuation of Dunkirk, and then Soviet Union, June 41, which ended the year in which the Battle of Britain was, in which Britain was fighting along, the Battle of Britain, Coventry, the Blitz, East London. Then I'm going to explain Winston Churchill, inspirational leader, 40. He became in 40 to 45, was he? And next exercise, then the quotes, and then that Britain was fighting all over the world, also in Singapore. Maybe we're going to skip that part, but it's just a little bit written to that. It would be Singapore, and then occupied Burma, where the British were also, and the friend India. When Pearl Harbor, December 41, Americans entered together with Soviet Union and Americans strong enough. D-Day, when Ernst Rutherford, atom bomb, and what is it? Okay, next exercise. We're bringing one leg up into a right angle with a flexed foot, even aligned hips, taller with the back. Breathe in. And out the leg to the side. Breathe again in. And out leg into the middle. And control down. Another round, leg up, breathe in. And out the leg to the side. Again in. Out into the middle. And down. Other leg up, breathe in. Out to the side. Again in. Out into the middle. And down. Another time, leg up. Out leg to the side. Breathe again in, leg back. And it's down. Next exercise, we are, I don't know. I think we're bringing the leg up, same setup, and now we're pressing from the inside. So right angle with the leg, a flexed foot, even aligned hips, a tall left of the back, and press against the knee. That's enough. Now with the other leg. Okay, even aligned hips, tall left of the back, and press against the knee. If there's plain, then don't. Next exercise, one hand on tummy, one on lower back. We skip one. Let's do it. We're bringing the leg up, same setup, and we're pressing the knee to the top and to the side. Even aligned hips, taller with the back, and the knee presses up to side, up to side. With the other leg. And next exercise. Now one hand on tummy, one on lower back, and we're lifting the legs straight up. If the quad muscle is cramped, then bring the leg up and point the foot. So bring the leg straight up. And try to bring it higher. Flex foot, and try to bring the leg higher. And control with the hands, but you don't fall back. Try to bring the leg higher. And a little longer. And bring it up and forward. On the other side, leg up, straight leg, flex foot, and try to bring the leg higher. A little longer, and now bring the leg up. Next exercise will be pet, and we're still working on the knee. One leg with a heel on the ground, and we're lifting it off the ground, placing it again on the ground. Changing the leg. So Hitler to power, then start of the vertical, then grow in the Broadway the groups, then pressing through France, Dunkirk, then the Battle of Britain, Winston Churchill, inclusive with inclusive is it English inclusive, including the quotes, and then Pearl Harbor, combined forces Soviet Union and Russia, heavy losses in the Soviet Union. And next exercise, you can do the stamp, leg up and down. You can do a horse, leg in and out, and again in, out. Or you do another one. You have a flexed foot with a leg which goes back. The upper part of the body goes in a straight way down. Try to be tall with a standing leg and not to fall in the abdomen. Pearl Harbor. Ernst Rutherford defeating of forces by Ernst Rutherford and the atom bombs. And we're changing the leg. I don't have proper time this. and 2 last times. And the closing exercise briefly. Out. In. Out. Breathe in and close the legs. And out. I thank you very much, and until next time. So, till the next video. I thank you very much, and until next time.